Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are well. So last day in my first lecture I have discussed biology and its branches. So I hope that all of you have studied at home properly. So biology, we know biology is the branch of science that deals with life, and we have learned there are two divisions of biology: physical division of biology and applied division of biology. In physical biology, um, theoretical concepts are discussed, and in applied division of biology, practical side gets more priority, or practical side gets more priority. Practical concepts are discussed, okay, and there are many branches of physical and applied division of biology. For example, we have learned in physical division: cytology, histology, genetics, evolution, endocrinology, morphology, biogeography, ecology, taxonomy, etc. are included. And in applied division of biology, you have learned paleontology, you have learned fisheries, entomology, parasitology, wildlife biology, bioinformatics, biochemistry, biotechnology, genetic engineering, microbiology, pharmacy, agriculture, etc. Okay, now today this is my second lecture of chapter 1, lessons on life. So today we are going to discuss a very important topics, and it is very important. Why? Because in most of the exam, um, questions must come from this topic, and that topic is classification. So don't forget to take your copy. Okay, so today I will discuss classification. Okay, so already you know, you have studied classification in class 8. So what is classification? Actually, classification is the way, it is a systematic way through which organisms are classified into several groups. Understood? Okay, we know there are many types of organisms: smaller organisms, larger organisms, smaller or bigger, whatever it is, they have some similarities and dissimilarities. So classification is done based on the similarities and dissimilarities. So we can say, based on the similarities and dissimilarities, organisms are classified into several groups in a systematic way, in a systematic method. This method is called classification. So my beloved students, question may come: define classification, or what is classification? Okay, so I again repeated: based on the similarities and dissimilarities, organisms are classified into several groups. Okay, this is called classification. Okay, and you know, in classification, who is called father of classification? Can you tell me who is called? And in which branch of biology, do you know which branch of biology classification is discussed? That you have learned in my first lecture: taxonomy. Taxonomy. So taxonomy is the branch of biology where classification is discussed, So question may come: what is taxonomy? It is the branch of biology where that deals with classification of organisms. Okay, and who is called father of taxonomy, or who is called father of classification? One man is called father of taxonomy or classification: Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus, he is called father of classification. Why? Question may come: because he classified living world. For the first time, he classified living world into two kingdoms. Okay, one is plant kingdom, another one is animal kingdom. So why we consider him as father as classification because for the first time Carolus Linnaeus classified the living world into two kingdoms, plant kingdom and animal kingdom. That's why he is considered as father of classification. Very important information. Father of classification. Okay, Carolus Linnaeus. Now, as a student of class 9, 10 or SSC, you have to know why Carolus Linnaeus plays a vital role or role of Linnaeus in taxonomy and nomenclature. You have to know it, and to know about him we have to study about his life. Okay, so Carolus Linnaeus, actually he is a Swedish naturalist. So he is from Sweden. Swedish naturalist, and he was born in the year 1707 and he died in the year 1778. Okay, so birth and death date, it is very important. Okay, as he plays a vital role in taxonomy and nomenclature. So date of birth 1707, date of birth year 1707, and date of death year 1778. Okay, and this man received his PhD degree, postdoctoral degree in the year 1735. Okay, Carolus Linnaeus received his postdoctoral degree in the year 1735 from University of Uppsala. University of Uppsala. Okay, and he was appointed as professor of anatomy in the same University of Uppsala in the year 1741. Okay, so don't forget, he received the degree in the year 1735 and he was appointed as professor of anatomy in the University of Uppsala in the year 1741. Professor of anatomy, he was appointed professor of anatomy. Okay, and this man plays a vital role in nomenclature and taxonomy. Okay, that's all about the Swedish naturalist Carolus Linnaeus. Now, why do we need to know about this systematic arrangement? Why do we need to know about classification? That is the question. Question may come. Write down the aims or objectives or significance of classification. So my beloved students, note it down the question. Question may come. Okay, what is classification? What is taxonomy? Why Carolus Linnaeus is called father of taxonomy or classification? Okay, and why do we need to know about classification, or what are the aims, significance or importance of classification? Okay, write down the question. Okay, aims of classification. Aims of classification. Why do we need to know about classification? We need to know about classification. We need classification to know about the vast living world accurately. Okay, why do we need to know about classification? To know the vast living world accurately, to classify the living world quickly. Okay, to classify the living world quickly and easily. To classify the living world easily, to classify the living world quickly. Okay, to know the vast living world within a short time. That's why we need, it is the main aim of classification, to know the vast living world accurately, to know the vast living world within a short time. Okay. And classification helps to identify the beneficial organism. Classify helps to identify the useful organism. Okay. And classify helps to identify the extinct organism so that we can take measures to save themselves. That's why we need to know about classification. These are the aims, and as well as classification helps to know groups and subgroups of organisms. My dear students, right now I am giving you some lines, main keywords, so that you can easily write the aims of classification. Just have a look and note it down in your copy. To classify the living world quickly. Number 2, to know the vast living world accurately. Okay. To identify, classification helps to identify the useful organisms, and to know, classification helps to know the groups and subgroups of organisms. So this question may come for 2 marks, so you can write this 4 points. Okay. So that's all about aims of classification. So we have learned what is classification, who played a vital role in classification, the main Swedish naturalist Carolus Linnaeus, and we have learned aims of classification. So have a look and note it down. I'm giving you time. Okay, note it down. Okay. Now we will try to know about units of classification. So note it down. Units of classification. Write down. Units of classification. Okay. There are 7 units of classification. How many units? So 7 units. Okay. 7 units. There are 7 units of classification. Okay. So you have to know these units serially, and for that I am giving you some techniques so that you can remember these units serially. So look at the board. K peak of GS. Okay, by using this line you can easily remember, you can easily write down these units serially. K peak of GS. K peak of GS. I told there are 7 units of classification. So K means kingdom. K means kingdom. P means phylum. Okay. C means class. O means order. Okay. F means family. F means family. G means genus. S means species. So these are the units of classification. These are the 7 units of classification. For classification of any organisms, for classification of any organisms, both plants and animals, these units are used. These 7 units are used for classifying any organisms, and these units are called taxa or taxon. So question may come, what is called taxa? Codified units that are used in classifying organisms. These units are called taxa or taxon. Okay, so for classification of any organisms, some units are used. They are known as taxa or taxon. For example, kingdom is a taxon, phylum is a taxon, class is a taxon, order is a taxon, family is a taxon, genus is a taxon, species it is a taxon. Okay, now question is that what does it mean taxa and what does it mean taxon? Actually taxa it is plural, taxon it is singular. Okay, so taxa means plural in number, taxon means singular in number. All of these units that are used in classifying organism, they are collectively called taxa, and each unit of classification it is called taxon. Okay, I hope you got understand. Now the largest rank or unit it is called kingdom. So kingdom is called largest unit of classification, largest unit of classification, that is called kingdom, and the smallest unit it is called species. Okay, smallest unit of classification it is called species. Okay, smallest unit of classification. So already you know, largest unit of classification it is called kingdom, and the smallest unit of classification it is called species. Okay, now we will try to know another important term, nested hierarchy. Nested hierarchy. So my beloved students, note it down. What do you mean by nested hierarchy? Question may come for 2 marks. Okay, nested hierarchy, just have a look and note it down in your copy. Nested hierarchy. Okay, we already know there are 7 units of classification, and they are as follows, so the topmost rank, so here the topmost rank is kingdom. So there are 7 units of classification. The topmost rank is called topmost unit or rank, it is called set. Okay, 7 units of classification, topmost unit it is called set, and the lower rank or unit it is called subset. It is called subset. Okay, so topmost rank it is called set, and lower unit it is called subset. So if I say the subset of kingdom, it is called phylum. Subset of phylum it is called class. Subset of class it is called order. Subset of order it is called family. Subset of family it is called genus, and subset of genus it is called species. Okay, this is called nested hierarchy. So just remember, topmost rank is called set and lower rank is called subset. That's why subset goes downward. Subset of kingdom goes downward phylum. Subset of phylum goes downward class. Subset of class goes downward order. Subset of order goes downward family. So like this arrangement, this is called nested hierarchy. And why do we follow nested hierarchy? To avoid repetition for classifying organisms, nested hierarchy is followed. To avoid repetition of these units, of these ranks, nested hierarchy is followed. To avoid repetition, nested hierarchy is followed for classifying any organisms. Okay, now we have to learn classification of human being. This is very important. Already in board exam this question came. Okay, so it is very important to know about the classification, systematic position of ourselves, of human being. Okay, so for classification of human being we have to use these 7 units. So in short, here I will write K means kingdom. So as we are animal, so our kingdom is Animalia. Okay, so kingdom Animalia. Next to kingdom it is phylum Chordata. Next to phylum it is class. Next to Mammalia. Next to class it is order Primate. Next to order it is family Hominidae. Next to family it is genus Homo, must be underlined, and next to genus it is species Homo sapiens. So this is the systematic position of human being or classification system of human being, of man. So Animalia. So why man belongs to the kingdom Animalia? Question may come. Because we are multicellular, we are heterotrophs. That means we cannot produce our own food. We are directly or indirectly dependent on others for our food. Okay, and we have cells with distinct nucleus. That's why we belong to the kingdom Animalia. That's all. Okay, now Chordata. Why man belongs to the phylum Chordata? Because we have notochord. Okay, that's why we belong to the phylum Chordata. And why does man belong to the class Mammalia? Because man belongs to the class Mammalia because they feed their young on milk. And their body is covered with hair. Okay, now next one. Why man belongs to the order Primate? Why does man belong to the order Primate? Because they have hands with 5 fingers that are suitable to grab, and their vision is more developed than sense of smell. And we have the power to grab anything by using our 5 fingers. Okay, that's why man belongs to the order Primate. And why man belongs to the family Hominidae? Because we have similarity. It is said that we have similarities with chimpanzee, we have similarities with gorilla, okay, etc. That's why man belongs to the family Hominidae. And this one, why does man belong to the genus Homo? Because our brain is bigger than our body. Brain is bigger than our body, and we can erectly walk by using our 2 feet. That's why man belongs to the genus Homo. Okay, our brain is bigger than our body, comparatively bigger than our body, and we can walk erectly by using our 2 feet. Okay, now last one. Why does man belong to the species Homo sapiens? Because we have we have wide and high forehead. We have wide and high forehead, and our intellectual power is more developed than any other animals. That's why man belong to the man belongs to the species Homo sapiens. We have wide and high forehead, and our intellectual power capacity is more developed than any other animals. That's why man belongs to the species Homo sapiens. So question in board exam, question came from this classification system of man. So I hope you got understand which type of question may come, okay, from my today's lecture, and already told many times. So don't miss it, don't forget to write down in your copy. I think when you will open your copy, it will make you understand which question or which topic, from which topic question may come. Okay, I think it will help you to memorize this lesson. Okay, anyway, this is my overall lecture. Okay, and inshallah, next day I will discuss about five kingdom classification system. So wish you best of luck. See you. Thank you. Good night. Assalamu alaikum.